Hello, all of you beautiful souls. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Gabbie, also known as Witchy Vibes. So today I made this video because I want to teach you souls, how to see energy and how to read your auric field, or how to see your auric field and how to see other people's auric field. So let me ask you guys a question. Have you ever walked into a room where two people moments earlier had just had an argument or had just been arguing? How did that room feel to you? Were you able to feel some weird, heavy, intense, lingering energy? Did your emotions change? Did you start to feel agitated or angry, or maybe you felt like a tightness in your chest and you just felt like this heavy, stagnant, low vibrational energy? If so, you tuned in to auric energy. And for those of you that don't know what auric energy is, it's the energy field that surrounds your entire body. We all have this, okay? Everything has its own aura. And often, we can sense the auric field of a person when we pick up on their vibe, on their vibrations, especially if you are an energy sensitive person. It's very easy for you to pick up on the energy of another person or the energy of a place. If you're energy sensitive, you can sense this energy by just walking into a room. Like, for example, where an argument had just taken place. And you can sense this energy radiating off of a person or radiating and lingering in a place. What you're reading is their aura and residual energy. Not only can you see or feel other people's auras, you should be able to see and feel your own aura. You can feel your own energy field just by rubbing your hands together like this for about 10 seconds and then slowly separating them. You go like this. You could feel like this energy. You ever take two magnets that are of the same size, like two norths? I don't know. Magnets are like north and south, and that's how they stick. So have you ever taken two magnets and try to stick them together, and there's this resistance that pushes you away, this energy resistance that you could feel? Well, if you take your hands and you rub together like this for about 10 seconds, and then you go like this, you could feel your own energy. Sometimes I do that when I'm doing yoga, with my hands together, and then I will go over my whole body, especially places on my body that are tight or sore, some of my joints. And I like to go over my face and clear the aura around my face and around my head. And a lot of times I do this when I'm just sitting down doing nothing, or when I'm doing yoga. You can even do it while you're meditating. Your energy has the ability to heal people, and you can heal yourself with your own energy if you know how to work with energy. Now, the aura is this electromagnetic energy field that permeates physical objects and radiates outward from objects and people. Because everything is made of energy and vibration. Everything is energy. Don't forget that. Everything is energy. If you could just think in the terms of energy, vibration, and frequency, it will change how you think and how you look at the world around you. Everything is energy. Everything has its own energy signature. Everything has a vibration. Everything has an aura, because everything is energy. Now, the auras of living people or living beings are a manifestation of the subtle life force within the body, within their body. We all have a personal electromagnetic field that surrounds our body, that reflects our own unique vibration. And my vibration, my frequency is Gabbie. That's what makes me so unique, because I'm not you and you're not me, because I'm Gabbie. Now our aura expands and it shrinks, with the life force of the energy that we are holding or the energy that we are carrying from day to day. Now, highly spiritual people like light workers, empaths, shamans, just to name a few, have an expanded aura that surrounds them. When they walk into a room, for instance, the room may fill up with their light, and it may even change any low vibrational residual energy that has been lingering in that room. And not only would their energy change the frequency or the vibration of a room, their energy can also be seen, especially by other energy sensitive people, and especially by spirits. For a spirit, they see a person that is highly energetic, that is highly spiritual, like a shaman or a light worker or an energy worker. Their light attracts them because they glow. I mean, like, you can't see, well, maybe you can if you're energy sensitive, but for most people, they cannot see energy around people. But when a spirit sees energy around a highly energetic spiritual person, they see them as this big glowing ball of light, and it attracts spirits to come in. They're like a beacon of light. I like to use the analogy of them being like a lighthouse, So ships are out there in the water, it's so dark, there's no lights, there's nothing guiding them. And then there's this beacon of light, this lighthouse, that's just shining their light, guiding these ships in. That's kind of what a light worker is to spirits. They're like a beacon of light, and they attract spirits. That's why it's so important for a lot of energy workers to always stay grounded. Everybody should always stay grounded, because we are all divine. Just some of us are more aware that we're divine. I probably shouldn't say that just the spiritual people should ground themselves, because honestly, everybody should practice grounding themselves and protecting themselves and raising their vibration and keeping their energy high, even when they're in a shitty mood, a crummy mood, and they just don't feel like it, because that is the perfect opportunity for low vibrational energy to come in and attack them, and that's when they get tired and sick. So everybody should ground themselves. But for energy workers, because they are so bright as a light, and they're attracting in spirits, not only are they attracting in spirits from people that were once living people, but they're also attracting other entities, other multi-dimensional beings, even though there's a lot of multi-dimensional beings that don't need our light to be guided in, because they are coming from all these other dimensions, and they're much more energetically powerful, that they don't need to be guided in by light because they carry their own light. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody. I hope that I'm not confusing any of you guys. But for the sake of just emanating this bright light from your body, you're able to attract in everything, not just spirits, but other entities as well. And I'm not done yet. These people also tend to experience paranormal activity, more paranormal activity from maybe another person. If you're attracting paranormal activity, chances are, did you guys just see that? Both of these lights right here just said like that. I don't know if you're going to be able to catch that. I can't wait to edit this so I can go back and see if that was caught on camera. That's pretty cool. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, paranormal activity. If you are a person that's attracting paranormal activity, chances are you're a light worker and you have this light around you that you're unaware of. And spirits are coming in trying to get your attention. Now, I experience a lot of paranormal activity in this house, but it's not just this house. I used to tell people I'm haunted, and it was a joke because, you know, some people in the spiritual world will correct you quickly when you say the wrong thing. And I just say it as a joke. I'm not really haunted, you guys, but I like to say that I'm haunted. I used to think that, you know, when I was growing up, when I was a little girl, the house that I was living in, that I grew up in, that I was raised in, oh man, you guys, I saw a woman, I seen a man. You could hear footsteps coming down the stairs, like boots, like boom, 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 walking down the stairs. You can hear people walking back and forth. I used to hear my name being called, and I would run up to my parents' room, and I would be like, "What?" And they'd be like, "We didn't call you." I'm like, "Yes, you did." Um, I seen an angel once in my bedroom. I was really sick. I had a fever. I think I had a really bad ear infection, and I had something with my tonsils or something. I was really sick. When I was a child, I was really sick all the time. A lot of ear infections, a lot of sinus infections, a lot of fevers. I remember a lot of the times just laying in my bed, just being sick. And an angel was next to my bed. I remember hearing a voice, and I remember feeling like something touching my face, and that's how I woke up. And when I woke up, I seen this bright white light, and I seen these two wings of a being that just walked through the air. It looked like they walked through a doorway in the middle of the air in my room. And I had this heavy rocking chair. Back in the days, there was that wooden furniture, you know, with those big ass pillows that had flowers all over them, and it used to be like a love seat, a sofa, and a rocking chair that would go with it, and it was this like big bulky wooden furniture. Well, I had that rocking chair in my bedroom, and that rocking chair was like going back and forth. It was just rocking. It was crazy, but I wasn't scared. Man, I have so many stories I could share with you guys. So I thought it was just that house. Well, as I got older and I moved and I lived in other places, I started to experience other things in places, and I used to think, okay, that house is haunted, this house is haunted. It wasn't the houses. It was the thing was I was attracting these spiritual entities, and they were trying to communicate with me and did not know or understand why I was not communicating back to them, because they knew that I could see them and they could see me, but they were like, you know, doing other things that would scare me because they were frustrated. So like they would knock things over. It was probably frustrating for them that I wouldn't communicate back to them. I was more scared of them. Like I would run away from them. Oh God, I could write a book on the things I've seen, but I've come to realize it's not the houses I lived in. It was just me attracting the paranormal activity, the spirit activity. And that's why it is so important to ground yourself, because back then I knew I was different, but I was born that way, so I just thought everybody could see spirit. I thought everybody's skin was glittery. I thought everybody could read people's minds. I didn't know any difference. I just thought that, you know, that was normal. And then, you know, as I made friends and stuff, I learned pretty quickly that I was the weirdo and it wasn't something normal. So, yeah, back then I didn't know anything about grounding. And when I tried to talk to my parents about it, they would just tell me it's all in my head, or I watched too many scary movies, or I watched too much TV, and they would take away my TV rights. Um, what else? I don't know. They did not embrace who I was as a starseed, as a light worker, as a highly spiritual individual. There was actually a time that I was going to talk to my doctor about the things that I've witnessed and seen, and like the spirit people that I've seen around me. And my cousin came to my house and she just was like, don't do it. I was in my early 20s when I finally was like, I've had enough, because activity started to pick up so much, and so many, like, I'm talking things moving. Some of you guys may not believe me, but I'm telling you, spirit is able to move things. They call it, oh, what do they call it? Not paranormal activity, poltergeist. I think that's what they call it. I don't call it poltergeist. I don't think anything negative of it. I just think that they were frustrated that I wasn't communicating back to them. And maybe it's a possibility I attracted a few low vibrational entities because I felt like I was going crazy and I was sad about that. So my vibration was probably low at the time. So there's no doubt in my mind that I probably could have maybe possibly, you know, attracted a few of those low vibrational entities. And then, of course, I dabbled in the esoteric arts without knowing what I was doing. And, man, if I only told you guys the things that I have witnessed, you guys would probably never believe me in a million years. But I have people that we did these esoteric games. Like we did our own seance once. We messed around with the Ouija board. Just so many things that we probably should not have done because we didn't know what we were doing. We did not know what we were opening. Now that I'm older, I've been able to close a lot of those doors that I've opened, and now I know how to reach out, because I still do reach out to spirit because I do a lot of EVP work. And now I know to keep my vibration high. Now I know to ground myself. So I pretty much feel, you know, safe with what I do. I don't have any worries, but I'm rambling and I apologize. Just wanted to make a point that grounding yourself is so important. And if you are a highly energetic person or spiritual person or being or whatever, that you may possibly attract, you know, spirit activity, and you don't know why, and the possibility is probably because you are a very spiritual aware person, or you're like this big beacon of light and you may not even know it yet. So if you don't know, now you know. So ground yourself, because it's important. If you have questions about this, I mean, by all means, ask away. I'm here for you guys. You can put them down below. If you want to be anonymous, you could email me. My email address is in the description area below as well. Okay, apologize for the rambling. I did kind of go off on a little rant. I just was like, I wanted to share. It's something I really don't think I've ever shared on my channel, is all that. That is crazy! The phone went off next to me and it's recording. It recorded everything I just said. Oh, right. That's weird. It's my daughter's iPhone. My phone's in the kitchen. I don't trust iPhones, by the way. Apple. I don't trust Apple. They can hear you. They listen to you. I switched from my Apple phone to back to an Android. I don't like Apple. I wish my daughter would get rid of that, but she swears that Apple's way better than Android, but whatever. Anyways, moving on. As I mentioned before, there are people who are born aware and are able to see auras without any training at all. None. They just were born that way. They see it all the time, and it's nothing strange to them. It's just normal for them. I used to be able to see colored auras around people, and not just people. I used to be able to see it around rocks and trees. But this is when I was younger. That gift kind of faded away in my 20s. I know I just shared all this stuff that happened, you know, in my 20s, and I said I was going to call like the insane asylum on myself, or see a doctor about stuff that was going on. Well, in my 20s, when I had that talk with my cousin, she told me if I share that information with them, they will take my children away and lock me up for sure. And she told me just don't do it. So in my 20s, I started to suppress everything. And every time I seen something, I seen a spirit or I heard a spirit or I got a feeling, I would just tell it to go away. It's not real. Leave me alone. And then one day, everything stopped. I was unable to hear people. I was unable to see spirit. I was unable to see auras. I was able to look at a tree and I was able just to see a tree. I didn't see the outline of the tree. I was able to see people and I didn't see a wavy outline of a person. I thought to myself, wow, things have changed. You know, maybe I was crazy. I don't know, because I was always able to see those things, and then all of a sudden I didn't see those things, I didn't hear those things. And honestly, I have to tell you guys, I felt kind of lonely. I felt like a little piece of me left me. A little piece of me died. It's like being in a relationship and then you break up with that person and you're so used to everything about that person, and now you no longer have that person. It's just you, and it's like lonely. It's like I was lost. That's how I felt. I felt lost for a lot of my years in my 20s. I walked around like a lost soul. I felt lost. I felt empty. I felt emotionless. And honestly, everything in my life fell apart, but it all fell apart for a good reason. I had my awakening in my 20s. I think I was like 23. I went through the dark night of the soul, my first dark night of the soul. And I went through my first shake of an awakening. And it all started to come back slowly. But because I suppressed it, I had to learn it all over again. Step 1, I had to start crawling again. As of now, as of today, I could see auras around people, but I cannot see colors. Okay, I just see this like a wavy, foggy light, or sometimes it's a clear light, and it's like this. It's like this around a person. It's just energy. Energy just looks like the air is moving. Like you can see something disturbing the air in front of you. Have you ever seen the heat wave over the hot asphalt on like a wicked hot summer day? You see the energy above a sidewalk? Well, that's what I see around people. Sometimes I can even see energy moving around a room. I captured on my cell phone a video in my living room right here of a small child, maybe about 4, 5, 6 years old. I don't know, something like that. Just like walk through the room and then just disappear. But it was like clear and wavy, but I could see the head, the shoulders, and the whole little body, and just like go through the room. And then it was gone. I posted the video on YouTube. I'll have to look for it. If I can find it, I'll post it in the description below. But you need to have an open mind. You need to watch it on your computer or a bigger screen and do it in a room that's not so bright so you can actually see it. And you may have to watch it over and over and over again to see it disturbing the air as it walks through the room. I think when I posted that video, I wasn't really good at editing, so I wasn't able to post like an arrow at it or anything like that. I just kind of like posted the video. Some people were able to see it, and a lot of people were like, what the fuck am I looking at? You're weird. Now, sometimes, you guys, I can see color above the waviness around a person without trying. Like, there'll be times I'm in like the grocery store or something, and I'll look at a person and I can see the waviness that I normally see around them, but then on top of that waviness, there's a little tinge of green. Or sometimes that waviness that I see around them, I see a tinge of blue, and then I'll see a tinge of white, and then a tinge of clear. Sometimes everybody's different. Everybody carries a different vibration, a different frequency. And sometimes I've been able to see a little bit of red. I don't know if my abilities were better. Maybe I would be able to see like a real solid color around them, or if that's the normal way you see it. I don't know if any of you guys see auras and you can see colors. Let me know how you see the colors, because I've only always been able to see it as like a wave and then a color, like a tinge of that color, and I could just pick it up automatically. And then when I pick up a person's energy, or I see, even if I don't see the color, when I pick up their energy, it's and if I'm close enough to them, sometimes I'm able to feel their emotion or feel what they're going through, or know if they're sad or even why they're sad. It's like I can read their energy. It's like I took their energy and I held it for a second, or I'm holding it and we're having an energy exchange, and I'm able to read them. So because I'm able to do that, and that happens quite a bit, when I come home, I like to sage my house, and I also like to sage my aura, and I also like to take Epsom salt baths to clean my aura, because I don't want to bring other people's energy signatures home, because I don't know what's going on in their life. You know, if they're having a rotten day, I'm bringing home some of their rotten day, and then, you know, maybe because I'm grounded, it may not affect me. Maybe it will, maybe a little bit. But it will definitely affect other people that walk into my house, like my husband, my daughter, and if any of my other kids come here, or if I have guests that come here. And that's another thing. When you have people come over, like I did on Thanksgiving, I like to clear the air before they come, and then I like to clear the air and sage it when they leave. I do a lot of ritual stuff, but it's important because grounding is important. Keeping your energy clean is so important. And as you continue this spiritual development and you grow spiritually, you will understand how important it is to protect your energy field, your home, where you live. This is where you're at, or work, or wherever you spend a lot of your time. You want to keep that space around you clear and clean at all times. You don't want to build up other people's energy on top of your own energy, because it will lower your vibration. And if you have a lower vibration, you'll become sick, you'll become tired, you might even become grumpy and snappy. I mean, you just don't want to have a low vibration. And then when you have a low vibration, you're an ugly person. And you also attract low vibrational entities that will start to come in, and that's when you start to have bad luck and you get clumsy and you're like, oh my God, I'm having such a bad day. That's because your vibration is low, and then these entities are coming in and they're attacking you. It's like their perfect open door to come in and mess with you and play with you and, you know, just attack you. But for the most part, I usually only see a wavy, like foggy white light around people, or a clear wavy energy field around them. And in order for me to really see somebody's aura, I really have to concentrate and pay attention and do the exercise that I'm about to share with you guys. But there are times that I'm able to pick up on people's color auras around them like that. And I don't know why it's only some people. Maybe I don't know, maybe we're connected somehow spiritually, and, you know, I'm just passing them in a grocery store. My subconscious mind would automatically know this, and their subconscious would automatically know it. Maybe they're having an energy exchange that consciously we're not aware of. Maybe that was me getting coded. When I can see somebody's color, maybe I'm being coded with something, or maybe they're being coded with something. Because we are one, and there'll be times in life that you walk by somebody and you guys both kind of look at each other, and you both kind of look like you know each other, but you don't. You've never seen that person. That's because subconsciously, both of you subconsciously know each other from, you know, from the spirit world. But consciously, you're thinking to yourself like, what's that? Why are they staring at me like they knew me? Because spiritually, your energy signature and their energy signature automatically connected. They knew each other. So finally, I'm done rambling on about all this stuff, because I kind of like have this really bad habit of getting sidetracked and making like an hour and a half videos, which I'm really trying to work on, you guys. It's so hard to make a video that's only like 20 to 30 minutes long. My videos always end up being like 40 minutes to an hour long, and it's crazy. But I don't know. I guess that's why they call me Gabbie. So here's a quick exercise to show you guys what the human energy field looks like. Okay, so to do this exercise, you're going to want to stand or sit, either or, in a lighted room in front of a dark background. Like have a black curtain behind you, or a sheet, or a dark piece of furniture. You can even stand in front of your television screen as long as it's off, because it'll be black. Then you're going to hold your arms up with your elbows in front of your chest like this, and your palms, both of them, in front of your face like this. Okay? You're going to keep your fingers loosely apart in front of your face like this. And you're going to want to have your hands about a foot away from your face. Then you're going to stare at the empty space between your fingers and between your fingertips. Then you're going to stare at the empty space between your fingers and your fingertips. So like this. You guys got it so far? Okay, moving on. So as you're staring like this, you're going to continue to stare at your fingers and your fingertips. Oh, the blue jay's here. Bernie's here, you guys. I was going to show you, but he flew away. I moved too quick. Anyways, you're going to continue to stare at your fingers and your fingertips in front of your face like this. You're going to allow your eyes to kind of like drift out of focus, but you need to relax your mind. Try not to put too much thought about this into this. You're just going to just stare, and allow your eyes to drift out of focus. Don't focus your eyes, just let them drift out. Now, once you do that, once you start to let your eyes drift out of focus, you're going to start to see a subtle light between your fingers, okay? A subtle glow of light between all of your fingers. So once you start to notice that glow, don't allow your eyes to focus. Keep them drifting past your fingers. Let them drift out of focus. Just keep in mind that you're noticing it, and just note that you see it. Like a mental note. Like I'm starting to see the glow. Once you start to allow your eyes to drift out of focus, you're going to start to notice the glow between your fingers. You're not going to focus on the glow. You're going to allow your eyes to stay out of focus, and then that energy is going to get stronger. You're going to see it even better, and it's going to become like a white, wispy light on your fingers, and it's going to look like smoke coming off of your hands. Try it. Now that wispy, smoke-like glow that you're seeing on your fingers is your energy field. That's your energy, you guys. How cool is that? That's your energy. Now, once you master seeing your energy on your hands, you can try seeing it around your head or even your whole entire body. And if you want to do that, you would want to go somewhere like, I don't know, if you have a big mirror in the bathroom, you might want to try the bathroom, or maybe your bedroom. But you want to be in a room for this exercise. You want to be in a room that's it's more light in that room, more lighted, a lighted, brighter kind of room, not too bright, but a room that has more light. And you want the wall behind you to be either beige or white, okay? And you should it should be a solid wall too, you guys, not like with a bunch of flowers or designs on the wall and crazy wallpaper. It's got to be like a white wall, a beige wall, a solid color wall that's a light color behind you. Now keep in mind, you guys, it may be hard to see your whole aura on your full body if you're wearing clothes. So if you're, trying to do a body aura scan, you could do it with your face and your neck, or you could get all Lady Godiva or shower ready. And, if you're comfortable getting in your birthday suit and standing in front of a mirror, you can do a whole body scan for your aura. Just concentrate on a focal point, maybe like on your forehead or your nose or your belly button or maybe your collarbone, but you have to have a focal point so that you can allow your eyes to drift out of focus. So the same way that you did the energy exercise on your hands to see it between your fingers is the same exercise, everything's the same to do it for your whole body. You just need a focal point. You can stare somewhere at the top of your head, you know, your forehead, your nose, collarbone, but you want to look at something and allow your eyes to drift. So the same exercise applies to the full body exercise. And then once you find a focal point and you allow your eyes to drift out of focus, in your peripheral vision, you should be able to see a glow start to come off of your body. Now, if you're noticing that the glow around you in your peripheral vision is starting to appear and disappear, that's because you have to adjust your focus point. Maybe you're too far, maybe you're too close. So adjust your focus point, allow your eyes to drift again until you start to see the glow stay. It shouldn't appear and disappear. So you just have to adjust your focus, and then you'll start to see the glow coming off your body. Once you are skilled at seeing your own aura, you can do the same exercise, or you could try the same exercise with other people. Or if you're a nature person and you like to be outside, you could try it with trees and rocks, and you could even try it with animals. Everybody has energy. Everything has energy. We all have an aura. So let me know how you guys did in this exercise. Remember to be patient. Patience is a virtue. Patience, you guys. Not everything happens like that. You have to train yourself. Training takes time. Sending you guys lots of love, lots of light, and lots of patience. Bye, you guys.